191 Collabs, presented by Pinnacle Financial Partners, brings Grizz Nation hyper-local Grizz gear from Memphis designers. The next drop is the top-notch collection from proud Memphian Brandon Hobbs and his clothing brand M-Town Merch. The homage to Memphis culture, classic sportswear, and elevated street style is only available at the Grizzlies Den on Friday, November 7th when the Grizzlies host the Dallas Mavericks. Get your tickets today at grizzlies.com/tickets or visit the FedEx Forum box office.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Oh, my goodness.
Look who it is.
Zach Edey.
Hey, look at it's like the cell phone bars, bro. Give us that shot again. Give us the shot. Give us the wide shot again. Zoom out on that shot again, bro.
We're the cell phone bar. We're the cell phone bar.
We here, baby.
I like it.
We here.
I like it.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
Parrish, I'm speaking to you from the Built Ford Tough studio. We're in FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis. Bennett Doyle right there, producing the program. Glad he's with me. Glad you're with me. Hope you're getting through the day best you can. And I hope you're ready for some trick-or-treating in a game against the Los Angeles Lakers, because that's what we got on tap for today. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
The Lakers are in town for an 8:30 tip. We'll talk about it momentarily. First, though, quickly, let me set today's schedule for you. The next segment, about 20 minutes, Jessica Benson is going to join me. She, of course, is the host of the Jessica Benson Show. Weekdays, Grind City Media, 8 a.m. She'll pop in studio in a couple of minutes. I'll talk about a number of different things with her, including the difference between seeing a show at the Orpheum in downtown Memphis and a show, say, on Broadway, because I've always wondered if you can actually tell the difference. JB will be here in about 20 minutes. Finish talking to her, take a break, come back, do 5 more things you need to know, at which point we're going to discuss 5 previously undiscussed stories. Among them, Penny Hardaway's Tigers went to Atlanta and got beat up pretty good last night. Final score, Auburn 100, Memphis 71. So the Tigers went 0-2 in their exhibitions. Both games were blowout losses to SEC schools. Average margin of defeat, 26.5 points. That's not great. We'll express concern in about 40 minutes. Ryan Silverfield's Tigers going to be on ESPN2 tonight. It's number 25 Memphis at Rice. Tigers going to be trying to improve to 8-1 while maintaining their hold on the Group of Five's designated spot in the 12-team college football playoff, and that's a hold that got a little stronger last night with Tulane losing to UTSA. I'm going to ask Bennett to set the stage for Memphis Rice. He's got his owl out. We'll do that in just a bit. As expected, athletic director Scott Woodward is out at LSU just one day after the governor of Louisiana publicly neutered him during a press conference about LSU's upcoming coaching search to find a replacement for Brian Kelly. It's a wild situation in Baton Rouge. I'll get you updated on it. We'll do it a little later on in the show. Lamar Jackson played for the first time in more than a month last night, led the Ravens to a 28-6 victory at Miami. The two-time NFL MVP finished with 4 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Look good. I'll get Bennett's thoughts on that in the third segment. In Game 6 of the 2025 World Series, it is scheduled for tonight. It's a closeout game for Toronto. It's a win-or-go-home game for the Dodgers. We're going to get you ready for that during a segment we call 5 More Things You Need to Know. Then we'll eventually do GP's Carryout, and we'll call it a day. So that's the rundown. We got a lot to get to, but I did want to start with your Memphis Grizzlies because Game 6 of a scheduled 82 is going to be played tonight right here in downtown Memphis. Lakers Grizz on Halloween. 8:30 tip. Tickets available. Grizzlies.com. There's going to be pregame trick-or-treating throughout the concourse from 7 o'clock to 8:30. Bags will be provided for children, so don't have to worry about that. Costumes are encouraged. Put your costume on, but no mask, please. And there will be games set up around the arena. There's going to be a face painting station. It should be a fun night inside FedEx Forum, even if, LeBron James and Luka Doncic have both been ruled out. There's
not so fast.
Not so fast.
Luka, as of this morning, has been upgraded to questionable.
Luka has been upgraded to questionable.
Yes, Luka has been upgraded to questionable for tonight's game. So it's the NBA Cup, bro.
It's the NBA Cup. You don't want to miss one of those if you can. So Luka Doncic is questionable by definition. LeBron James is out. Still, the Grizzlies this morning were listed as 1.5-point favorites over a Lakers team that is also 3-2. But let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Just because you're favored, it does not mean you're guaranteed to win the game. Nothing is guaranteed, even with the king, the NBA's all-time scoring leader, sideline, especially not with the fifth-year Lakers guard Austin Reaves spending the first 5 games of this season, establishing himself as what some are describing as the face of American basketball. Big Bet Bennett, by the way, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you,
look good
man.
in your costume.
Thank you.
Are you up to date on what Austin Reaves, our neighbor from Arkansas, is doing so far this season?
I'm very up to date. I watched him lead the comeback victory against the Minnesota Timberwolves in Minneapolis the other night, and that was obviously the game where Anthony Edwards was asking everyone who number 12 Jake LaRavia was. But yeah, man, I mean, listen, obviously there's going to be a hierarchy of things with the Lakers when Luka and LeBron are both on that team, but he has established himself as remember when we were arguing Austin Reaves or Desmond Bain, and we were like, it's crazy that anyone would say Austin Reaves is a better player than Desmond Bain. That was a thing we were arguing.
Yeah, who are? I don't know that I ever had that argument.
It was a thing that people were arguing.
Okay, I might have set that one out.
And, buddy, Austin Reaves looks like a star in this league. I mean, he just does.
He's certainly been 1 through 5 games of this season. Crazy start to things. He's the breakout player in the NBA so far. He got 51 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists in Sunday's win at Sacramento. Next night, he got 41 more against Portland. 2 nights after that, specifically this past Wednesday, got 28 more in a 1-point victory at Minnesota that you referenced. So sure, it's early, but Austin Reaves is currently averaging a career-high 34.2 points per game, a career-high 10 assists per game, and a career-high 5.6 rebounds per game, while shooting 52.5% from the field. Right now, Austin Reaves is the 3rd leading scorer in the entire NBA. Incredible stuff from the 27-year-old guard from Newark, Arkansas, which is just a little more than 100 miles west of Memphis. You been to Newark?
Of course, I've been through Newark. Are you kidding me? I've been through every city in Arkansas.
Bennett's familiar.
I know that state like the back of my hand.
Bennett knows it like the back of his hand. You can drive it to Newark in less than 2 hours. So Austin Reaves should have a pretty good collection of friends and family in the arena tonight. Big Bet Bennett on a scale of 1 to 7, because that's the way we do it. How good do you feel about the Grizzlies sending Austin Reaves' family and friends back to Arkansas, sad and despondent, tonight after John Morant, Jaren Jackson, and Cedric Coward, of course, defeat the Lakers in our first NBA Cape Cup game of the season?
I'm going to put it at about a, how good do I feel? I'm going to put it at about a 4. I'm going to put it at about a 4 out of 7. Because, again, if Luka plays, I think it changes things dramatically. He's only one of the best players in the entire world. But, man, I heard JB talking about this on her show today. I just want to win a freaking NBA Cup game.
Do you know our record in NBA Cup games?
I think we've won a game.
We're 1-7.
There you go.
We're 1-7.
I'm ready to get involved in this cup deal.
Let's have a little cup. Let's have a little cup success.
Yeah, like we're going to have the new court out tonight. You know, it's going to be on Prime. It's our first game on Prime. Isn't it our first game on Prime? I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe this is our first game on Prime. Like, this feels bigger than just your average regular season game. It just means more when it's a cup game, and I want to be a part of the cup.
Does it just mean more when it's a cup game? Reasonable question to ask. Trivia time. We've had 2 NBA Cup winners. Name them.
The Lakers and the Bucks.
Bennett.
Yes.
Okay, Bennett.
Mm-hmm. I know my cup.
I'm going to get you on Inside the NBA because I promise you I could have asked that to the Inside the NBA crew. And at least two of them would have had no idea.
They would have had no idea.
Who won the past 2 NBA Cups.
Yeah.
But it is true. It is the Lakers over the Pacers in 2024 and the Bucks over the Thunder in 2025. But this is setting up pretty nice for us, if you don't mind me saying. The Grizzlies' NBA Cup opponents this season are the Lakers, Mavericks, Pelicans, and Clippers. The Lakers right now are 3-2. Mavericks are 2-3 and hurt. Pelicans are 0-4. They stink. Clippers are 2-2. Combined record of the Grizzlies' NBA Cup opponents right now is 7-11. The Grizz are tied with the Lakers for the best record in what the NBA calls Group B of the Western Conference. We're in Group B in the West with the Lakers, Mavericks, Pelicans, and Clippers. Win tonight, and we're in the driver's seat. Big Bet Bennett, if you want to be in the driver's seat of Group B of the Western Conference, then you win tonight, and that's your reality. Get a little more fired up.
I am very fired up about this. We've rolled our eyes at it in the past.
Sure.
And I think it's because we had our own things going on with injuries and whatnot. And so we tried to write it off, maybe like,
Who cares about the NBA Cup?
I actually care.
I want to care.
I do care. I think it's cool that they're doing it. I said when we first started doing it, when me and you talked about it, I said, I think year 1, no one's going to care. I think year 2, people will care a little bit more. And I think by year 3, people will really take this thing seriously and care a lot about it. I think we're getting there.
This is year 3.
This is year 3. I think these NBA Cup games are going to be high level, and I think tonight's game is going to be awesome. I think as long as we win. But I think people are going to get into this thing this season. I think it does make the regular season feel bigger. I'm in.
Hey, for the sake of the conversation, I'm going to say I agree with you just because I want it to be bigger and I want it to be important. And so tonight, NBA Cup gets underway, year 3, Grizz Lakers, 8:30. We're trying to improve on our 1-7 mark in previous NBA Cup games. Before we get to JB, interesting data point I saw this morning floating around the internet. You know, we spent a good bit of the offseason discussing all sorts of things. Among them, the different type of offense Tomas Isolo would implement in his first full season as the Grizzlies head coach. The presumption all along was that it would be a lot more pick and rolls than what, say, Taylor Jenkins used for much of last season. And it turns out that presumption was right. You've probably seen it with your eyes just watching the game. But right now the Grizzlies are setting 71.8 ball screens per 100 possessions. 71.8. Now, to be clear, that does not lead the NBA, but it is 7th in the NBA. But what's interesting is that last season, the number was 41.7, which was dead last in the NBA. And now it's 71.8, which is 7th most in the NBA. The increase of 30.1 ball screens per 100 possessions is the biggest increase in the NBA season over season by nearly 3 times. And all of this is being done without Zach Edey, who obviously is great at setting ball screens. So can't wait to see what that looks like when he's back in the rotation. None of this is to imply that the offense has been great. It hasn't. The offensive rating right now is 112.5, which ranks 20th in the NBA, so a little below average. And that's the byproduct probably of, being down 4 rotation players. Mm-hmm. So the offense isn't great, but my point is it's very intentional what they're doing. And as the rotation pieces start to return to the lineup, the offensive numbers, and really all the numbers, should improve, at least theoretically. Speaking of rotation pieces, by the way, or at least possible rotation pieces, Vince Williams Jr. is not on the status report for the first time this regular season. He was listed as questionable in advance of last game before ultimately getting cleared to play, even though he never actually, checked into the game. Mm-hmm. But in advance of this game, status report comes out yesterday. Only 4 names on it. It's the 4 that's been on it. He's not one of them. So perhaps we'll see the season debut of Vince Williams Jr. later on tonight. 8:30 tip, Lakers Grizz, inside FedEx Forum. Talk to Jessica Benson about it next on the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
The countdown to the 2025-2026 Grizzlies season is on, and our 10-game packs are the ticket to your ultimate fan experience. Whether you want to see the big names or just cheer on your team on the weekend, you can save money on a ticket pack that fits you. Choose from 4 different pack varieties or stack multiple packs to make sure you don't miss any marquee matchup or electric atmosphere this season. Visit Grizzlies.com packs to get your ticket pack today.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
This is still a bad team and a bad franchise. What are they doing to try and get better?
This is not a team that is looking for a playoff run, although I heard that on local Nashville radio, somebody called in and said they got an email Monday letting them know you can get playoff tickets to the Titans. Yeah.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Show presented by Ortho South. We're inside the Built Ford Tough studio, and on Fridays in the second segment, I'm joined by Jessica Benson, who, of course, is the host of the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, weekdays 8 a.m. Grind City Media. Jessica, look at you.
Hi. Happy
Jessica
Halloween.
Benson Boone.
That's me.
That's very good.
Could also be Freddie Mercury because Benson Boone is just Timu Freddie Mercury.
That's what they say.
That's what I say.
I read a scathing review of Benson Boone.
I probably wrote it.
You don't like him.
I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah.
He took my name and he made my culture his costume. So
Okay.
I'm now making his culture, my costume.
Okay, all's fair in love and Halloween.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a question before we start talking about Grizzlies and stuff. Let me ask you a question because I know you
I'm
saw.
gonna be very serious in my mustache.
I saw you saw the Notebook.
I did.
This earlier this week at the Orpheum. Now, I've been to shows at the Orpheum. I've also been to shows other places, including lots of shows on Broadway. But I don't think I'm sophisticated enough to really, tell the difference between one and the other. It's kind of like this. If you buy me a $60 bottle of wine and a $120 bottle of wine, I don't know that I'm sophisticated enough to tell the difference. I can drink both of them, but I won't be able to tell you which is better.
And you just like the wine.
I can down them both, but I won't appreciate it. I don't know. But I sense that you might.
Okay.
Is there a tangible difference between seeing a show at the Orpheum in downtown Memphis and on Broadway in Midtown Manhattan?
There should be.
Okay.
I want to start with that. This is you asked a nuanced question at the moment because on Broadway right now, there are non-Broadway contracted shows that are getting runs. For example, right now, Mamma Mia is back on Broadway, but it's with a touring cast. Okay. So they're getting paid touring wages to perform on Broadway, less of a set, less costumes, but they're still charging people Broadway prices. And you're seeing this happen. No, it's a sketchy situation that seems to be getting abused a little bit more often. All that to say, tours are great. And a lot goes into them. The actors on those tours often have a ton of experience. So it's not like you're just getting, people off the street. There's oftentimes people who have been in Broadway shows, have been in other tours of national productions. And so as someone who grew up with the opportunity to go to New York regularly and see shows on Broadway regularly, I also had tickets for the Buell Theater in Denver. And when I was a kid, I couldn't tell the difference. Right. I just thought Broadway shows came to Denver all the time. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. And now, as I'm older, because of the price and the extras that go into a Broadway show, that's where you feel the biggest difference. Mostly with a set is the biggest thing because a tour set has to be able to move. Right. But like, for example, The Notebook, they have this really cool rain scene where they recreate the famous Notebook kiss in the rain, and it's raining from the sky, and the actors are just getting soaking wet on stage. And I'm like, that was a really cool thing that they were able to bring on tour. And The Outsiders, the musical, is coming later this season to the Orpheum, and they have a big rain fight scene. And I'm really interested how that works from a touring standpoint. But they're great. Like the Notebook shocked me. And what I love about touring shows, and mostly it's just because I live here and I'm a season ticket holder, but I'm able to see shows that I wouldn't necessarily want to maybe pay to see on Broadway. Like I wasn't going out of my way to see The Notebook on Broadway, and then I get to see the tour, and pleasantly surprised. It was way better than I expected it to be. I had a great time.
Well, why wouldn't you expect The Notebook to be great? Because I would expect The Notebook to be great. I enjoyed the film.
Okay.
I mean, I don't mean to be that guy, but I enjoyed the book.
Okay, Nicholas Sparks.
True story. I'd say about 90% of books I've read were all read in like a 2-year period.
Okay, and The Notebook was one of them?
Right out of like senior year of college, right out of college, I went through this little phase where I was like, I'm tired of being in the bars. I just don't want to. I want to sit at home and just feel normal.
Okay.
And I started I just pick all the books that I was supposed to read in college and high school that I never did and faked book reports on. I started reading them, and so I went back to all these classics. And one night I just remember being up, the 24-hour Walmart, and I was shopping like midnight late, just going and getting some whatever. And I was checking out, and the book section was there, and I saw this book, and it was like it had like the little things that would make you notice it,
right?
Like New York Times bestseller, whatever. And I just sort of read the back, and I was like, well, this is, I'll grab it. And I went home and I read it, and I knew it. At least I thought, I was like, okay, this isn't supposed to be for me. I'm not the target audience for this. I'll probably never read another Nicholas Sparks book. But I just picked it up and I started turning the pages, and before the night was over, I was done with it and like in tears, and I thought it was fabulous.
I saw The Notebook. I never read The Notebook. Saw The Notebook when I was in 7th grade.
Right.
And like many 7th graders at that time, it had me in a chokehold. Yeah. Like we were all obsessed with The Notebook. We were obsessed with Rachel McAdams and Ryan. Why can't I think?
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Looking back, very unworldly expectations to put on any of our future relationships as 7th graders. But then The Notebook at some point in time became made fun of so much culturally. Like I remember I had a boyfriend in college who told me he liked The Notebook. And I was like, oh, we're not going to work out. Like, that's lame. I can't believe you like The Notebook.
Okay.
That's so embarrassing. But now, I think it's very sweet. And now I've had this full circle moment where I'm like, oh, no, The Notebook's great.
I recognize it as sweet in the moment.
That's great.
And I not the, can you even ruin The Notebook at this point?
It's been out forever.
Yeah, let's say no. But I had family members who dealt with memory loss, and
so that's a piece that's so interesting to me. And I was talking with it with friends, so this wasn't a solo experience. We barely thought about the Alzheimer's component when we were younger. In fact, we thought the Alzheimer's was the twist. We all remembered it as the twist of that movie is that she has Alzheimer's. Right. You know from the very beginning. She's in a memory care facility.
The twist is it's a pseudonym name, right?
Sure, yes. The twist is that it's her.
He's not saying Noah.
Yes.
He's not saying he's Noah.
Exactly.
He's saying he's Dale or something.
Yeah. And I would say the big twist, too, is that like young Allie's mom hid the letters from Noah. And then you have the big, I wrote you every day for 365 years, whatever. But as an adult watching The Notebook, or being at this point, I truly have not watched the movie or seen this show since I was in 7th grade. And that piece hits so hard as an older person of just the understanding that time is fleeting, your relationships are there, you could have a memory issue, you could have cancer, you could get in a car accident tomorrow, and you just have to appreciate the time you have with someone, especially if it's someone that you're in a great love story with. So I'm all back in.
On that note of just
On
how
The Notebook.
your life can get turned upside down out of nowhere. I don't know if you saw the story last night. It's a guy named Matt Clark, who's the co-founder of, you might see these Twitter accounts.
I saw this. Ugh.
I mean, what in the world? Not to like bring the whole show down, but like this is a real person with a real family, and this is his life in the past 2 weeks. 2 weeks, all right?
Yeah.
He co-founded these accounts that cover college basketball, at JUCO Advocate, at Verbal Commits. You've probably stumbled into them, whether you follow them or not. In the past 2 weeks, his father died, and that's a heavy experience. Then his wife, independent of that, obviously, gets laid off unexpectedly from her job. Oh, man. And then he gets diagnosed with stage 4 terminal cancer. He is preparing to go into hospice. 2 weeks ago, his life was normal. Now he's lost his father, his wife is unemployed, and he's going into hospice care. What in the world?
Yeah.
Don't ever I know it's a saying out there. I think it gets twisted up from the scripture a little bit, but it gets interpreted into, God won't put more on you than you can handle or whatever. And like respectfully, I would submit this as a counterpoint.
Yeah.
Who could handle this?
Oh, I mean, I have a girl I went to school with she had cancer last year, thought she was on the other side of it. Turns out she's not. And her entire life has changed in the last couple of weeks. And her husband and all of the plans that they had, and they just made a move, and her friends and her family, and it's just been really hard to, it's not someone I know closely, so you always are in that kind of weird phase where you feel really bad for these people that you know, but you don't want to jump on the grief train.
Right.
But you can't help but think of your own friends and your own family, and you're like, oh my God, if this all changed in an instant. I just read this incredible book. It's called When Breath Becomes Air, and it's a memoir that was written by a top of the line cancer doctor, Stanford, top of his class, is going to be going to the research side of things, and he gets diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, and he starts writing the memoir after he was diagnosed, and he also just happens to be he could have been a writer at any point in his life, and so he writes in such an articulate and beautiful way of just having to grapple with his relationship. He and his wife end up having a baby, and you know how it's going to end, and it just hits you like a ton of bricks because you can't plan death, and even when something like that happens, you don't know how much more time you have and the circumstances with it all. And we've just taken a real depressing turn here on Halloween.
Yeah, I'm about to blow my brains
talking
out.
in a mustache. But
Yeah, God.
Anyway, the book is truly. I read it in 2 days. It's not that long, and if you need a sobering reminder of life and how precious it is and how you really shouldn't waste it. We say it all the time. It's such an easy thing. Oh, I'll treat every day like
Say
it's
it
your
every day
last.
and
But
then
we
you
all
forget
get-
it by noon.
Yeah, you're mad at someone and
Say it every day and then
stinks
forget it by noon.
Yeah, but it really is true.
Yeah, every day that's not the worst day of your life is a pretty good day.
Yeah.
And you forget it every day by noon.
It's crazy, isn't it?
You forget it every day by noon. Like, I just can't imagine everything that happened to this family in a span of 2 weeks happening to any family in a span of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And like we live in a world, not to get, but like families are struggling right now all over this country for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
And based on the calendar, I think it's supposed to get worse for
tomorrow.
Roughly 40 million families tomorrow. So like these are hard times for a lot of people. And, weird times.
It's really depressing.
Weird time. Yeah, let's before we kill ourselves, let's change the subject. Hey, the Lakers are in
How did
town.
we get there from Broadway?
The Lakers are in town.
I mean, The Notebook is depressing.
Oh, that's how we got
Yeah,
there.
The
The
Notebook
Notebook,
is
of course.
depressing, yeah.
Sobbed like a little baby in that show, by the way.
I just wanted
Everyone around me sobbed.
I really just thought it'd be a nice conversation. We talk about the difference between Broadway and.
I was going to give you some recommendations.
Yeah.
I'm going to New York in 2 weeks just to go
Me
to some
too,
Broadway
me too.
shows. Well, you're always
I've never been to
there.
New York.
Even
Yeah,
Brennan's
I know.
never been.
Bennett's not
Gary's
allowed to
always
go.
there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the Broadway shows of the season to go see. I'm going to go see Chess. I'm going to go see Ragtime. Can't wait. Find out what else I see.
What's the new hot show? Is there something?
Ragtime
Is there
at
something like
Lincoln
that's
Center.
big right now that like you're there, you should go.
Ragtime at Lincoln
That
Center.
sounds great.
Okay.
Starring Joshua Henry.
I was real disappointed. I
Levy.
went and saw English last year, and it didn't win all the stuff I thought it should win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The play I'm interested in is a play called Liberation, which is about a women's liberation group in the 70s. And I'm going with my mom.
Okay.
And apparently, if you're going with your mom and you're a young woman, you should really go see this show.
Okay.
And then Leah Michelle is starring in Chess,
Okay.
which Chess is a musical with music by some of the members of ABBA. Notoriously has had some of the best music in Broadway history, but the book always really bad, hard to
Okay.
understand. It's about chess.
Okay.
It's like a U.S. versus Russian chess competition.
Okay.
And so they've revived it. It's in previews right now, but it's about to open. So that's what I would recommend
All
for
right.
you.
All right. I'll take some notes.
You got it.
I'll take some notes.
Back to the Lakers Grizzlies. It's the Cup.
8:30 tip. Bennett wants to get involved in the NBA Cup.
Yeah.
He wants to have some NBA Cup success.
I also would love to have
Do you
NBA
desire
Cup
NBA
success.
Cup success?
Yeah, I want to have fun with the Cup this year.
Do you anticipate doing so?
I sure hope so.
Why not us?
Why not? Look at our group. Our group is winnable. It includes the Pelicans.
Yeah, they already want to fire their coach.
They already
Yeah.
want to fire their coach.
We're a week in.
And they're about to give like Darren Peterson to like for that ridiculous trade they made this
They
past
don't control their
offseason.
draft pick.
Yeah, so like they're a mess.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's finishing first, but I know who's finishing fifth. It's them.
And the Mavs sure have struggled.
And they're hurt.
Is Anthony Davis okay? I don't know.
hope not.
Hope
I
not
hope
for the
not.
Cup.
I hope not. Not for the Cup.
The Warriors held the Clippers to
I
under
wish
80
him
points.
tremendous health throughout the rest of his life, but
not for
I
the
wouldn't
Cup.
mind to see him in street clothes for a Cup game.
Not the Cup. I want this team to be playing basketball in Las Vegas. I want Bennett to be able to go to Las
Wouldn't
Vegas
that be
Oh my
something?
God. Can I
and
go?
watch
Wouldn't
the
that be
Memphis
something?
Grizzlies
Guys.
in the NBA Cup.
Wouldn't that be something?
Miracles happen
It's
once in a
gotta
while
happen.
if you
If Bennett's
believe.
first trip to Las Vegas coincided with the Grizzlies' first trip to the semifinals of the NBA Cup,
How beautiful would that be?
Could we do the double post live from Vegas?
I think so.
I think we should.
Look
Why
at
would
y'all.
we not?
I think we should.
look at y'all coming up with some ideas.
Yeah.
Interesting times.
But first, they got to win tonight.
Got to take it
start
one game
with
at a
win.
time. Got to take it one game at a time.
You got to win by a lot of points.
Got to keep Austin Reaves under control.
Or Luca.
Do you think this is real, what we're watching with Austin Reaves?
Yeah,
Because
I do.
somebody on television last night, and it escapes me who it was,
Okay.
but somebody in a studio role last night,
Yeah.
former NBA player in a studio, described what's happening right now with Austin Reaves. He said he's 2025's version of Jeremy Lin, and that seemed disrespectful.
No, I think that's wildly
That seemed disrespectful. Like he's been a real player for a while. He's been involved
Way
with
longer
USA
than Jeremy Lin
basketball.
was, yeah.
But it has clearly
Yeah.
been taken to another level through 5 games this season. He's averaging 34 points per game. He's the third leading scorer in the NBA. Do you think that's real? Not necessarily 34. That'll come back down. But is he now the legitimate, he can be the third best player or
On this
even the
Lakers
second
team.
best player with Luka
When
once LeBron's
necessary.
gone? Let's keep it there. Luka and Austin Reaves as the top 2 for the Lakers going forward. Put the right pieces around them. That's good enough to win a championship. Is Austin Reaves a number 2 guy for a championship contender?
I will say we've seen a drop off of Austin Reaves in the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
So until you see someone do it in the playoffs, it's easy to say, yeah, this is the answer for the Lakers. But based on how he's performed early this season, I mean, it's exactly what you needed. And that's where, from a basketball standpoint, from a showcase standpoint, I'd love for Luka to play tonight.
Right.
Because I enjoy watching the best players in the league when they come through Memphis, and I know other people do too. And then Luka averaged like 46 in his first and only 2 games of the season. I think it's like 46, 11, and 8. But then you think if it's him and Austin Reaves, and if Austin Reaves is able to keep, not to the same level maybe, but in that realm, you're going to put a real test on the Grizzlies in this idea that they have multiple big wing defenders and they can utilize them. Because imagine end of a game scenario where it's Luka and Austin Reaves going off, and step right up, Cedric Coward and Jalen Wells. But yes, I genuinely think, and reading some of the reporting from various Lakers media members that I follow, they've been on this train for Austin Reaves, that he could get to this point, and thus far he's delivered.
So with Luka, he goes out with the injury, and they immediately say out for a week. We are still inside that week. So
it's the Cup.
So he is apparently ahead of schedule and now been upgraded to questionable. Again, we don't know if he'll play tonight, but it seems more possible right now than it did, say, this time yesterday. Where are you on the Cedric Coward starting lineup conversation?
Rational me says it doesn't matter who starts for this game. It matters who's finishing. And we saw Cedric Coward finish the game against the Suns, had a big rebound at the end of that game, hit a big 3 towards the end of that game. But I do also believe that when a player asserts themselves as a clear top 5 option on a team, you reach a point where it's undeniable that they will be inserted into the starting lineup. And it might not be this week, it might not be next week, but I think we are closer to Cedric Coward starting for this team than we are far away from it.
What would be the holdup? If we all know we're going to do it eventually, and we all know he's already deserving of it, what would be the holdup?
Who are you taking out?
Other than locker room dynamics.
That's exactly what it is.
So, and I hear what you're saying. I just push back on this a little bit about, like, it doesn't matter, because I hear this from coaches all the times too. Like, it doesn't really matter who starts, it matters who finishes. I think it does matter who starts.
Yeah.
Like, I think it does. Like, particularly when you're down.
Oh, and
every
we've
time
seen
we
this
start
team,
subbing.
to your point.
You go down at the beginning of every
They've
game,
gone
you're
down
down.
at the beginning of every game.
Yeah. So why does it not matter who starts?
And every time Cedric Coward has come off the bench, it's been a nice shot in the arm.
Literally, it was 15 seconds after he came off the bench the other night. If it doesn't matter who starts, then you got to tell me why you're down every time.
Yeah.
About 3.5 minutes into the game, substitutions, you're behind. 15 seconds after Cedric Coward enters the game, you're ahead. He closes the game. He makes the big 3, grabs the big rebound, gets the outlet pass to get the transition opportunity going. Like, I agree with you, and like, it's not life or death. You better do it tonight or else. But I don't know what the holdup would be other than the locker room dynamic that goes into it.
And especially if it is a case where it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
I think it's possibly problematic regardless of which guy it is.
I agree.
Yeah.
One, for the reason of championship winning veteran who came in to be 3-and-D, even if the 3 wasn't there in Orlando last year, but you knew what you were bringing with KCP. And the other, and a guy who has at every turn not just done what was expected of him, but done more. From last season, ending up in the starting lineup, defending some of the best players in the NBA, and suddenly looking like an absolute steal that the Grizzlies got, to coming through the injury, to taking on more of a role of trying to develop his playmaking skills through summer league, through the preseason, and someone who still is a true defensive force and making big-time defensive plays for you, as we saw the other night against the Suns. So both ways create an avenue where you have to have an uncomfortable conversation, which is nothing new in sports, but it can, you never know what that Jenga piece is that you move that creates a shakeup.
Yeah, I mean, because like, this is not unique to the Grizzlies. These conversations have to happen all over the place in sports. In New York with the Giants, like, they had to have this conversation at one point. Like, when do you go to Jackson Dart, pull Russell Wilson? The difference there is, I don't think you're really relying on Russell Wilson to be much in New York anymore. Like, he's not the face of anything. He's not the guy I know he's won stuff, but he doesn't strike me as somebody who walks into the Giants locker room and commands respect, because every other locker room he's ever been in, best I can tell, he was mocked more than respected, disliked more than enjoyed. this is like part of the reason KCP is here. Perhaps not even the most important part, but a part. The most important part might just because the contracts fit. But
Yes.
a part of it is like he does bring experience.
He has 2 rings.
Theoretical veteran leadership and
He has a
championship
family.
DNA, all that stuff. Right.
Like, I mean,
Right.
not to be trite with it, but,
But like, yeah, sometimes
he is an adult.
He's an adult, right? He's an
Yes.
adult. So whatever you gain from having him, you have to be aware that demoting him so quickly from the starting lineup can negatively impact
Mm-hmm.
that if he just shuts down. Because sometimes people will.
Yes.
People will just shut down in all walks of life. So that's a hard conversation to have if you got to have it. But then the only other option is taking somebody who started 70-something games for you last year and telling him after 5 games this season, we need you to come off the bench now. To be clear, both these guys might be just professional enough to handle it brilliantly. But there's no guarantee of that. And these are the types of things you've got to sit down and work through from every angle to try to figure out what is the best way to manage this. Because at the professional sports level, absolutely X's and O's and all that stuff matters. But a big part of it, whether it's a manager in baseball, coach in football, coach in basketball, I imagine hockey's similar, you have to manage egos. You have to manage people. You have to manage a lot of multimillionaires who have accomplished, in many cases, a lot of stuff. And that is
can be the most difficult part of the job.
And most important.
You can
all
have
at
the
the same
X's
time.
and O's down.
Right.
But if you get in a situation where you mismanage emotions, it can turn real fast.
Yes,
And we see it happen
Yes.
often.
Yes. But at some point, you're doing a disservice to your team to not have that hard conversation because
Because on a surface level, the easiest thing is, are you one of the 5 best players?
it's not even close.
Okay, you
I mean,
start.
I don't want to say it's not even close, but like, if you tell me, hey, we're tied and we're playing the next 4 minutes,
I'm putting Cedric Coward in the
what
game.
5 do you want on the court?
I'm putting
Hey,
Cedric
it's a
Coward in the
tie.
game.
Hey, we're just going to play a 4-minute game tonight against the Lakers. It's going to be a 4. Forget the 48. We're playing 4. We're going to play 4 minutes. GP, you pick the 5 you want out there. Cedric Coward is going to be one of those 5 every time.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
Which is so awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe we're sitting here on October 31st and able to, with clarity, say that.
Say that he has reasonably exceeded all expectations when expectations were unusually high.
Unusually high, and then took a bit of a hit during the preseason. Not in totality, but just I think there was a reckoning of, all right, let's not put too much on this guy too early. There's going to be patience to this process.
I mean, that's every shot in his first game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now, 2 weeks later, we're like, yes, game on the line. Please make sure Cedric Coward is in that game. It's such a testament to who he is and why there is such excitement and why there is national excitement. Like, if you see national basketball writers this week or media members, a lot have talked about Cedric Coward. The Grizzlies got a good one in Cedric Coward. And that's all you can ask with a rookie in his first year.
And there's not even anybody counter-arguing it.
No.
There's not even really anybody saying, hey, pump the brakes, slow down.
And let's be clear, like, that can come. There will be ups
there's
and
going to be a
downs and all
2-week stretch
arounds
where
of a rookie wall.
there's going to be a 2-week stretch where I walk in studio with you and you say, so GP, what do you think's going on with Cedric Coward? Like, that's coming. It happens for basically everybody. But he's been incredible so far. A couple more NBA things, then I'll get you out of here.
Okay.
I watched the Spurs last night.
Oh,
Wemby's got them 5-0.
sure does.
And they are 5-0 for the first time in franchise history, which would have surprised me given
Yes.
all the championships they've won.
I was surprised by that stat as well.
Right.
They're calling it Spurstery.
Spurs. I
First
guess it
we had
works.
Herstery, now we've had Spurstery.
In Miami, was right there with them the whole time. But ultimately, he's just a different deal. And regardless of where we were a month ago, at this point, you've got to, I think, describe him as a clear MVP candidate and them as a obvious
Clear MVP
contender in the
candidate,
West.
Clear Defensive Player of the
All of
Year
it.
candidate. Spurs a clear contender in the West. They have enough pieces around him where if he is going to be that every night, then yes, the Spurs could win a title this year.
Dude, that's what's
which
scary.
is just insane. He's so fun to watch, and he is at the point now. I always judge how we live in the sports space, we breathe the sports space, but when my friends who don't follow sports start asking me about somebody,
right.
and he has reached that point.
Right.
Who's that Victor Wembanyama? Who's the guy who starts with the W? So he has captured the attention of non-basketball fans, and that's when someone transcends like that so early, oh, buddy.
And he seems like all the physical stuff's there. You can see that with your eyes. But
Got the mental stuff with the monks.
Did you see the post game last night?
Yes.
Where he got one punched on him a little bit, I guess. And he was asked, like, so how do you gauge whether to try to block these shots or not because you create a poster for somebody else? And just sort of matter of fact, he was like, I'm going to get more than I got. And I'm going to keep jumping every time as long as up until
I'm getting dunked on more than I block shots, I'm going to keep going. But none of us are going to live to this day.
Damn.
I love the end of that.
I'm like, okay, proverb.
I will continue to try to block shots until I am dunked on more than I block shots, but none of us will live to see that day.
I'm like, what are we in the Matrix?
Yes. Like he's very serious about it. You will never live to see a day when I am dunked on more than I am stopping dunks.
Yes.
He's probably right.
Yes.
Yeah.
The scary thing is it doesn't even feel like they're close to done putting that thing together around him.
They're not.
Like, that's the scary part.
No, the scary part is when they package one of the guards.
Right.
Right, because they have too many.
They have too many. When they package one of the young guards with some assets and they go add an established star.
Well, we still haven't even seen this with De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah. I mean, wait, like, we'll see where it all goes. But, like, there's a scenario where they could put together a package and then you add Giannis.
I love the people who are like, imagine Giannis and Wemby on this. And I'm like, how about not? Yeah,
like,
I would like to imagine
that's not fair.
Well, I saw some people talking about, well, I don't know how that would work. I was like,
I think pretty well.
I bet it'd be amazing.
they'd
I
figure
bet
it
it would
out.
be amazing.
I don't want to stomp
No one
on
would
your
score.
ideas
Two
here, but
unusually large, skilled humans in the primes of their careers.
yeah.
I bet that works fine.
I think they'd make it work.
I think they would figure it out.
I mean, Wemby's bringing the ball up between his legs behind the back. Like, he can play every position.
That viral video the other night.
That was crazy.
Like, that's just
I watched it like 100 times.
Yeah.
Just on replay.
Like,
just try.
You shouldn't be able to do that. Not at that size.
Mesmerizing.
You should not be able to do
But
that.
it is scary from this is a division opponent. And
Like two things are true. First off, you should never be that size. Like, you shouldn't be
Also
7'5". That's a ridiculous
or
thing to be.
7'7".
Yeah.
I love the idea that he's actually 7'7".
So you shouldn't be that size. But if you happen to be that size, you shouldn't be able to do what he does.
Correct.
And he just wipes
Does
all
both.
of that. He just does both. He just wipes it all out. Last thing, Bucks beat the Warriors last night.
I had to watch some of it.
Without Giannis.
Yes. My husband, like, halfway through the second quarter goes, oh, Giannis isn't playing.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry, you didn't notice that for the first 12 minutes.
Does this bother you? I would not appreciate this if I were a Bucks fan.
Okay.
He was not even on the injury report, I believe, early in the day, or at least listed as probable.
Yeah.
And they kept him as probable all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And then pull him, scratch him right before tip-off. I mean, it wasn't right before, but, late in the day.
Close enough where if you're already making your way to the game,
Yeah.
it's already scheduled into your day.
I think on some level, you got to be honest with your customers. And that wasn't being honest.
I agree.
Yeah.
It was a little shady.
Yeah.
But, hey, everyone got to come see Ron Rollins.
Yeah, but then you get to see that.
So, like,
It worked out.
aren't you grateful? Man, if I
I
had
bet you
known
on some
Giannis
level,
wasn't
if you
going
are
to
a
play.
Bucks fan, you actually did have more fun last night watching that version of your
Oh,
team beat the Warriors
absolutely.
than you otherwise might have had. Like, that's a cool story. The night without Giannis, we beat the Warriors, blah, 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 blah. But imagine you've just decided, because this is the type of game where people who otherwise would not go are going because it's the Warriors, because it's Steph,
Yeah.
because it's Draymond. So you're like, all right, we don't go to games, money's tight, but we're going to throw down $500 tonight as a family, and we're going to go see Giannis against Steph.
No, you're not.
And then you're
gonna
driving
see
in.
Ryan Rollins.
And even though all day long they've been telling you Giannis is going to play, he's probable. Mm-hmm. At the last minute they say, nope, you're not seeing him tonight. I just think that's, I should be fair. Perhaps
something happened and he wasn't
and then it was
able
like,
to
we
play.
can't go.
Yeah,
It's not smart. We thought we were going to go, but let's just be.
No, I think it's absolutely fair to be disappointed.
You could be disappointed. Like, perhaps there's a reasonable, understandable explanation, but it still stinks.
Okay, so no one would ever do this. And no business at this point because the precedent hasn't been set. But back to bring it full circle on the great Broadway. a way a Broadway show works is if the actor or actress who is the lead, and it's getting more and more important because so many shows are based on star power. And like stars, I mean by movie and TV people.
Yeah, like I saw Denzel Washington on Broadway.
Great point.
Right.
If you had gone and seen that show and Denzel was out that night,
Yeah, I'd have been very mad.
You can get your money back.
I would have.
Because Denzel's name is above the marquee.
Okay.
And there are NBA players whose names should be above the marquee.
Yeah.
And if you show up to a game, if you spend your money on this game, again, don't listen.
I mean, obviously it can't work like this.
Business
You
people
know
don't
that.
come for me.
You
Yes,
know this.
I know
It can't
that.
work like this, but I get your
But
point.
it does work on Broadway.
Yeah.
And not well. I mean, they're always in the red and constantly about to go on strike. And will the industry survive? I don't know. It's not a great business strategy.
Yeah, but the
from a
difference
fan
between basketball
standpoint-
is like you could tear your Achilles and then all of a sudden every game's free for the rest of the year.
Yes.
Okay, so you know that. We can't do this.
Okay. If it's a late scratch kind of a situation.
Yeah.
I don't know what that...
Yeah, I
Again,
get- I
was
get your
thinking
point.
about it last night during the game because it is an interesting concept where, like, for example, when I go see chess, if Leah Michelle isn't in it, do I still go see it or do I get my money back, go see something else? Because those tickets are really expensive because her name is on the show.
Well, I went to see the one with, it was Denzel and, who's
I
my
know.
guy?
Why can't I think of
He's the
who
one
was
that
in
got
it
the
with
red
him?
scarf from Taylor.
I know. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake
Yes.
Gyllenhaal, that's right. And so I went to see them only because it was them.
Yes.
And I'm not even going to tell you what I paid for that ticket.
Yes.
But if either one of them wouldn't have been there, and by the way, the show wasn't even good.
Right.
Like Gyllenhaal was pretty good.
Yes.
Denzel was not good. They didn't know their lines.
Oh.
They were not good. It was not a good show.
Yeah.
And the only reason I went was to see them up close on that stage.
Mm-hmm.
And if one of them wouldn't have been there, I would have been like, yeah, I got ripped off. I got ripped
Right.
off.
Like George Clooney just did Good Night and Good Luck.
Yeah.
You're going to see George Clooney in Good Night and Good
That's
Luck.
right.
You're not going to see George Clooney's understudy.
Right.
I don't even know who it is.
Yeah.
But say like you're a Bucks fan and you want to go see Giannis.
Yeah.
You're not going to see Ryan Rollins.
Well, you
the
did
other name I
last
heard
night.
over and over, Cole Anthony.
Yeah.
He had a nice little game off the bench.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was watching Thursday
Grizzlies
night
legend.
football. Yeah, Grizzlies all-timer, Cole Anthony.
Grizz legend Cole Anthony. So
And he is a legend. He helped get Jaren Jackson Jr. his deal.
he helped Aaron Jackson Jr. get a little bit
That's
more
an
money.
assist.
That's an assist from Cole Anthony.
Yeah.
In street clothes.
Yeah.
8:30 tip tonight, Jessica Benson. Will you wear your mustache
No.
to the Grizzlies
Here,
game tonight?
Watch this. We're done.
Can you rip your mustache
I
off?
think so.
Be careful.
Does it hurt?
I don't know. I'm about to find out.
It was falling off during your
Oh,
show.
no, that was nothing. That was
okay,
nothing.
Good.
I put it on my iPad.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's Anthony Davis. It's your Anthony Davis.
We have Achilles problems.
But you and Anthony Davis, both in FedEx Forum.
Ooh. Now I gotta go. Now it's all gluey though. I didn't know this came without any adhesive on it. I bought it on Amazon.
Okay.
Mustache will run you $20. Did you know
What?
that? This
On
little, this
Amazon?
little buddy's $20.
I mean, I got Bennett a pocket watch for half that.
That's right.
But I already own the outfit, so I was like, what's $20 for
What
a
is-
Halloween costume?
That's right.
In this economy.
In this economy.
But then it had no adhesive, so I used my eyelash glue,
Okay.
and it kind of was falling off.
Very
before, but
resourceful, though.
I thought so.
Could have tried Gorilla Glue.
No, I saw that. I remember that lady. Do you remember her?
Yeah, she messed her scalp up, I believe. Yeah. You know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn.
I never made fun of Gorilla Glue girl because I once used Icy Hot as deodorant, and I lived and I learned.
I've done stupid
Sometimes
stuff.
you're just trying to make do, you know?
Sometimes you ever do stupid stuff and be like, why did I just do this?
Yeah, it's like when I put Icy Hot under my armpits and
I had one
felt
a few
like they were
years
on
ago.
fire.
A candle like melted and spilled in my office. Like, you know how the wax
Yeah.
and so suddenly there's just wax everywhere.
Yes.
And I got all the wax and there was a garbage can right there. And all I had to do was put it in the garbage can. And instead, I don't even know why I did this, but I was like, I guess I'll just flush it down the toilet. So I went and flushed all this wax down the toilet.
That's horrible.
And guess whose pipes got clogged up?
Yours.
Yep.
That's not going to work.
Had to call a plumber
I wonder why.
because I put wax in my toilet.
That's insane.
It, with the benefit of hindsight, it's like just undeniably stupid.
Yeah.
Like if one of my kids did that, I would say, what are you doing? Why are you being stupid?
Yeah.
But then I just went and did it just like on a Wednesday afternoon. Why? I don't know either.
Happens to the worst of us.
I guess that's true. All right, Jessica Benson.
Happy Halloween.
Hey, happy Halloween to you. 8:30 tip, Lakers
8:30.
Grizzlies inside FedEx Forum, and Jessica Benson will be back in studio Monday, 8 a.m. I'll see you then.
See you then.
Bye-bye. When we come back, turn our attention. I've been putting it off as long as I can.
Oh, boy.
We'll turn our attention to Tiger basketball. Oh, they played a game last night, and it did not go well.
Yikes.
They went 0-2 in their exhibitions. Average margin of defeat, 26.5 5-point. Bennett, are we going to survive this non-league schedule? We'll discuss it next. Gary Parrish Show presented by Ortho South.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. And that's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, in the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org. Now, I got 5 more things you need to know.
Number 1.
Penny Hardaway's Tigers went to Atlanta and got beat up pretty good by Auburn last night. The final score was Auburn 100, Memphis 71. So the Tigers are now 0-2 in their exhibitions. Both games were blowout losses to, ranked SEC schools, but still blowout losses to ranked SEC schools. Average margin of defeat, 26.5. Here's one for you, Bennett. Since Memphis was up 15 points in the first half against Arkansas earlier in the week, from that moment when Memphis goes up 15 against Arkansas, they have been outscored since that moment 186 to 118 over a span of about 60 and a half minutes of basketball.
I don't like that.
186 to 118 over a span of about 68 and a half minutes of basketball.
Okay.
How concerned are you?
Okay, let me ask you a question first.
Go ahead.
I would assume that you think Arkansas and Auburn are both going to be good this year, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank God.
Yes.
I just want to get that out of the way first.
Yes. But here's what I also believe. Arkansas and Auburn are not going to consistently beat other good teams by 26 and a half points.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem is, right, like, right now, it just looks like the defense is not going to be great, at least judging off 2 exhibition games. And maybe they can turn it around, because the thing about Penny Hardaway teams, like if we know one thing about Penny's teams, they have typically been good defensively and have gotten better as the season has gone along. So if I'm hanging on to something, it's that they can get better defensively, because we've seen his teams get better defensively throughout a season. I still believe this team is talented enough to win the American Conference. I think they're probably talented enough to win the American Conference easily. The problem is, what you've talked about the past couple days, is this non-conference schedule is a gauntlet. It is as good as they've ever scheduled in the non-conference, in my opinion, at least on paper coming into the season. So you're gonna have a bunch of tough games right off the bat, and that's kind of scary, just judging off these 2 exhibition games.
You're going to play some teams very early that are comparable to these teams you just played, and in some cases, even better.
One we know, because it's the number 1 team in the country in Purdue.
That's right.
Yeah.
The season starts on Monday.
Yes.
You've got to get this right quick.
And the team they're playing's been good in San Francisco. They've been good in the past, right? They've been good the past couple years.
Yeah, you should beat them. You will be favored, but they can beat you.
Yeah, that's not a gimme.
No. And if you lose you lose your home opener, then you got to go to Ole Miss right after that.
Mm-hmm. They're going to be good.
Yeah. So it can get away from you pretty quickly. We'll get back to the schedule in a second. Let me walk you through some stuff from last night. Memphis shot 36.8% from the field, 20% from 3. Auburn 52.6% from the field, 41.7% from 3. So Auburn was good and better in every way. Turnovers, Memphis had 23. Auburn only had 15. Still, that's a high number, but it's not 23. Points off turnovers, this is the killer. Auburn 33, Memphis 7.
Okay.
26-point difference in points off turnovers. The margin of defeat was 29. So that's the game right there. Tigers just giving the ball away over and over and over again. And you even heard Stephen Pearl, the first-year coach, Bruce's son, say it wasn't really us that was making them do that. They were just kind of coughing it up, just giving it to us over and over. You don't like to hear that. So now you look at this non-league schedule, and I agree with you. You don't have to be better than Arkansas or Auburn, or even competitive with Arkansas or Auburn to win the American. You can win the American. Memphis is the pick. Would still be my pick, I think. I'm sure. But the problem is you got to get to your American schedule.
Yes.
And if things don't dramatically improve very quickly, they'll get to the American schedule because, that's the way the calendar works. But they'll be so banged up by the time they get there, your at-large hopes are done. Their at-large hopes could be done in December if this does not go well. Because to your point, it's one tough game after another. And quite literally at this point, you're not expected to win even half of them in your non-league portion of your schedule. The computer algorithm at KenPom, if Memphis plays, honestly, it doesn't even matter who Memphis plays in the other game at the Baha Mar based on current projections. Because whether you play Texas Tech or Wake Forest in your second game in the Bahamas, according to KenPom right now, you would be an underdog in that game on a neutral court.
Okay.
Now, that could change by the time we get there, but based on current projections, Memphis would be an underdog on a neutral court by a significant margin to Texas Tech and a small margin to Wake Forest. All right? And that means that when you add up the 12 games that Memphis will play before it gets to the American portion of its schedule, and then you combine it with the one game Memphis will play outside of conference in February, which is Valentine's Day at Utah State, that's projected as a loss. Based on current computer projections, Memphis is expected to go 6-7 in the non-league portion of the schedule. Now, I want to be clear. That's based off computer numbers that have not taken into account at all that they just got pounded by Arkansas and Auburn by an average of 26.5 points. So if those would have been 2 regular season games, Memphis's computer numbers would have
flipped, yeah.
Just boom, went straight into the ground. Just nosedive. And then the projections would become even more complicated. That 6 and 7 in the non-league portion that you got right now, it could be something like 5 and 8, 4 and 9. This is scary. And you could see it on Penny's face a little bit last night in the postgame. He
was frustrated.
And he looked a little shook. Like, it wasn't too long ago he said this is he believes, the second most talented team he's ever had. At the Hoops for St. Jude the other night, another media member asked me what I thought about that. Hey, did you hear Penny said this is the second most talented team he's had? And I said, yeah. He said, do you think that's true? And I said, no. And let me be clear. And then I said, but Penny knows his team better than I do. So I'm not going to argue about it. But on paper, no, it doesn't look like the second most talented team he's ever had. Not close. And it's also a brand new team.
Yep.
The entire team is new. There's only 11 teams in Division I college basketball that have entirely new rosters. There's 365 Division I teams. Only 11 have completely new rosters. Memphis is one of them.
Yep.
So you're not as talented as you've been, and you're newer than almost anybody. That's a tough combination. And the results were not good in either of these exhibitions. And though Penny did say all the right things, we've got to get 5 guys on the court that, are willing to do the things you got to do to win basketball games, and we're going to get better. Like, not, I hope we get better, but we're going to get better. And I trust him on that. They are going to get better. But you got to get a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot better, or else this is going to eat you up. This non-league schedule will eat them up if they don't get a lot better quickly.
Yeah, I've got his quote right here from last night. He said, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't shocked at how we played.
Yeah.
Right now, we don't have enough guys that are willing to leave it all out on the line, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But I don't know that it's just that problem, because that's not something I can see from a distance. Ken Pom can't pick up on whether you got guys who will leave it all out on the line. I'm just basing my evaluations off of what these players that have been brought here have done elsewhere in the sport of basketball, just based off of talent and the obvious stuff you can see on film. But what Penny said last night is the team, broadly speaking, might have a mindset problem. I mean, these are his words, not mine. It's not like I watched the game last night and said, it looks like they don't have 5 guys who are willing to put it on the line. That's what the coach said.
Right.
That's his evaluation, not mine. That's what he said about his team. Not what I said about his team. It's what he said. So you're not that talented. You're all new, and you're not committed to it? That's a terrible combination when you got to play Ole Miss pretty soon, because they're going to be committed to it.
Yeah, I mean, on the flip side,
Purdue's going to be committed to it.
That's right. I'm excited. I'm excited that the season starts and it's instantly like big game after big game. Like I always want that. I'm never going to sit here and say I don't want that. But again, like the counterpoint is it could get away from you fast if you don't come out looking better than you have in these past 2 games.
I mean,
exhibition games.
There's a stretch in December where they go Baylor, Louisville, Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, and according to Ken Pom, that projects as a 4-game losing streak. In what is a very important year for Penny and the program, for a million different reasons, on the heels of, or on the verge of the season getting underway, everything we've seen this week has been not good. And that's concerning. It's much easier to get excited about something, the idea of it, when you haven't seen it, than it is when you've actually seen it and it doesn't look the way it's supposed to look. In fairness, just exhibitions.
Yep.
Just exhibitions.
That's right.
Kentucky lost an exhibition to Georgetown last night. Kentucky is some people's pick to win the national title. Georgetown is some people's pick to finish 9th in the Big East. All right? If you think you feel bad as a Tiger basketball fan right now, trust me, these conversations ain't nothing compared to the conversations happening in Kentucky right now. Okay? They're going crazy in Kentucky right now.
Got it.
So perhaps it's just an exhibition thing. My fear is that it's not, is that they've got a real roster problem and a real team problem right now. And I credit Penny for being willing to schedule aggressively. But sometimes you schedule aggressively and it can backfire on you. And based on what we saw this week, I think it's reasonable. It's not my hope, but I think it's reasonably concerned that this non-league schedule could eat them up pretty good.
Number 2.
You ready to watch Tiger football team on Halloween?
Buddy, I'm ready.
Memphis and Rice. We're on the road.
We're ready.
Right now, the Tigers are 7-1, trying to improve to 18-1 and maintain a hold on the Group of Five's designated spot in the 12-team college football playoff.
Yep.
A hold that got stronger last night, Bennett. I know you saw it. The Roadrunners ripped apart the Green Wave, gave them their first conference loss. So Memphis now more in the driver's seat than even was this time yesterday, and tonight can take another step in the right direction. Big favorites on the road. You're unconcerned. You're not worried about Owls, are you?
I'm not concerned. Get over here, you little idiot. Come here.
Bennett, would you like to set the stage? You've been in Memphis hype videos. You've been in UAB hype videos. You've been all over the place this season so far. If you don't mind, the floor is yours. It's Memphis Rice tonight on ESPN2. It's a Halloween special. Take it away.
Well, GP, we've already dealt with a colossal upset this season that we thought might have derailed the entire season. You mentioned hype videos, and it was not a hype video any of us wanted to see with my face plastered all over it. But that's not going to happen tonight because they've already experienced this. They're not gonna. They know what to expect, and this ain't your daddy's Rice team. All right, this ain't your grandpa's Rice team. They're not as bad as you might think. Okay, they just beat a decent UConn team at home. Okay,
Bennett, we are not talking about basketball.
Hang on.
Gino Auriemma and Dan Hurley had nothing to do with that.
Their running back Quentin Jackson had over 200 all-purpose yards and 4 touchdowns in that game. It's not him. It's not him. But
Rampage plays for Rice?
It's not that Rampage.
Okay.
It's not that Rampage. But tonight, the Tigers, having already experienced a letdown once, they know what to expect coming into this game. It's Friday night, home underdog on ESPN. Those have been tough situations before. For the team that's coming to the home underdog's place. We know that. We know that now, okay? So we don't have to come in and be surprised by anything. We know now what can happen in this game, and that's why we got to take advantage early. Run the ball, run the damn ball, and kill. It's the last owl we face this season. And we're going to kill that owl.
Bennett, calm down. You don't need to eat the owl. There's no reason to eat the owl.
We're going to kill the owl.
We are 1-0 against Owls so far this season.
We're 1-0 against Owls this season.
We beat the FAU Owls 55-26. As I told you in advance of that game, you don't have to be a college football expert to recognize that Owls are no matches for Tigers. Get on YouTube and try to find a video, any video you want, of an owl killing a tiger, defeating a tiger in any way whatsoever. You can't find it.
You can't find it.
It doesn't exist. That's not something that happens in this world. All right? But you know what you can find? Tigers eating owls.
Yep.
I took you to the Minneapolis Zoo in advance of that FAU game.
I saw it.
Owl escaped a little owl contraption.
Dead.
Decided, you know what I'll do?
I'll go see this little tiger over here.
I'll go see the tiger cage. I wonder what's going on with the tigers. Oh, owl, that's a stupid thing to do.
Dead.
Now you're dead. You're an owl, buddy. You're an owl. You know what you need to see what's going on with? The Cardinals. See if you can find you a hummingbird.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be seeing what's going on with the hummingbirds. You need to see if you can get you a football game with some hummingbirds. You're playing Tigers tonight. We saw what happened last time you tried to get out of your little cage at the Minneapolis Zoo. I'll go check out the Tigers. What happened?
Dead.
Death by tiger.
I think we're ready for anything tonight. I think we're ready for anything. Like you can't come in as soon. Like UAB, we came in and said, even if we don't play great, it's gonna be okay.
Rice hasn't fired his coach or anything like that this week, have they?
Dude, I'm telling you, man, they're coming off a nice win. They're not your grandpappy's Rice.
There is no such thing as a nice win over UConn in football. Bennett, I won't accept that.
I think UConn won at Syracuse earlier this year. They're not. Listen, this ain't your daddy's UConn. This ain't your granddaddy's Rice. Okay? Just we know what to expect. Go in and say goodbye to the Owls for the rest of the season. It's time to put an end.
It's a 6 o'clock kick. It's on ESPN2. Your Tigers are 13.5-point favorites. I predict a win. I predict a cover. Rice, Memphis, Owls, Tigers. I've seen these fights on YouTube. I know what happens when a tiger fights an owl. It's all over YouTube.
Say goodbye to the Owls.
Goodbye, Al. See you later, buddy.
Out of here.
It's been nice knowing you.
Yeah.
It's been nice knowing you. Date of death, 10/31/25. Time of death, we're going to call it 8:52 p.m. Central.
Yeah.
Tigers over Owls.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
Number 3.
As expected, LSU has gotten rid of Scott Woodward. He's no longer the athletic director in Baton Rouge.
What a saga.
Buddy, life comes at you fast, doesn't it? He was he entered the weekend just athletic directing. You know? You bump into Scott Woodward, at Starbucks or wherever, you'd be like, hey, Scott, what you doing today?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm just athletic directing. Just going to get my little latte and go into the office and do some athletic directing. And then the governor held a press conference and said, now that we need a new coach because we fired Brian Kelly, we don't have a president, and our athletic director is the one who gave a ridiculous contract down at Texas A&M once upon a time, and now gave this ridiculous contract at LSU once upon a time, and I just can't, for the life of me, imagine a scenario where it's smart to let this man hire another football coach. So he ain't doing it. I'd rather Donald Trump hire the next football coach at LSU than Scott Woodward. And so that was 2 days ago. And we came in here yesterday, and I said, well, A, you just made it way harder to hire a football coach than it otherwise would have been because it looks like a circus down there, and you look like a clown. But B, what this means is that Scott Woodward ain't going to be there much longer because you cannot get publicly neutered like that by the governor of a state and survive it or even want to survive it. And so the announcement comes last night. Scott Woodward is out at LSU. They bought him out. $6.2 million buyout.
What kind of money do they got down there, man? My God.
It's he got a buyout in excess of $6 million. And so he's out. So now LSU has no coach, no football coach, no athletic director, and no president. There's some thought that they're now going to go, I just saw this out there as a speculation, but you go hire the McNeese president, the McNeese athletic director, like as a package deal. These are the ones that had Will Wade, and bring them to LSU. And
because they did that at Tennessee, right? Isn't that what they did? I think they hired the athletic director and then the coach.
Yeah, it was Danny White and then Josh Heupel.
Yeah.
It was UCF AD and UCF coach, right? And so it's one of those deals where if you can actually pull that off pretty quickly and get some stability in Baton Rouge, and then really just let them take over, perhaps you can get it on a solid enough foundation by the beginning of December to really, because that's when this coaching stuff starts to happen through December. I don't know. That's a quick turnaround, but they've got a lot of stuff to get fixed before everything's where it needs to be in Baton Rouge, right now. But do you see the statement released by Scott Woodward? I thought it was perfect. I don't know this guy at all. I don't think I do. Maybe I do. Sometimes I'm always hesitant. I say stuff like that out loud. I'll be like, I don't know. I've never met him. And then I'll get a text message be like, GP, remember we had dinner at the Final Four in Indianapolis or whatever. I don't think I know him. But his story is interesting. He's from Baton Rouge. He grew up,
wow.
He grew up there.
That was a dream job.
Yeah. He went to school there. And he worked in politics for a little while. Government. But has been in athletics for a while. And in 2019, quite literally got his dream job to be the athletic director at his alma mater. And, they've won stuff in other sports, a women's national title. Outside of the football thing, he's actually seemingly done a pretty good job. But the football thing is the only thing that matters down there.
Yep.
And there was a scenario where they could just buy out Brian Kelly, and he just keeps moving, makes the next great hire, and life is good. But once the governor of the state publicly did what he did to you, you got to go. You can't. You no longer have the legs to do your job. So they negotiate the buyout, and he's basically pushed out, terminated yesterday. So he releases a statement, and he's starts it off the way you started off, but eventually lands to a place where he says, others can debate, comment on the merits of my job, but I will not. I'll just say that it's been an absolute honor to be the athletic director at my alma mater. And a dream come true. And he just went on and on about how much the place means to him and his family. And to have that kind of grace publicly when you're publicly humiliated, I am confident I would not be able to do it. I would be bitter and resentful and mad and...
No, you want to burn it down on the way out.
I would. That's me. But I know that's the way to be. I know he's the way to be. You almost never feel bad being that way, taking the high road. Because where he sort of left it was, I don't know where my career goes from here, but like, this is our home. That is my school. This is a place I care about, and we're going to continue to root like crazy. He didn't say this. I know this must be what he's thinking. Even though you just killed me for reasons that I don't think are completely fair, I'm going to leave it here and still love my school and still care deeply about it. Go Tigers. I just thought that's impressive because it's probably a hard thing to do. No
doubt.
You know, like on a very different and less important level, I've dealt with stuff like this with my alma mater. There have been times where I got sideways with the basketball coach because I'm too close to it, or get sideways with parts of the fan base. And it's never the whole fan base. It's always just the people who have Twitter accounts and message board stuff and whatever. But I can tell you sincerely, there have been times, particularly when I was the Memphis beat writer, where you just get so in the middle of it and you get crossed up with the coach. And then the coach always has the ability to turn the fans against you. So now you're crossed up with the fans and you go to a message board and it's just, it's just 11 people, but it's 11 people saying you're the worst person they've ever read. And you know that's not true, but like you still, it penetrates you.
Yep.
And if I'm being completely honest, there were times in my life as a Memphis alum, as a lifelong Memphis fan, where it had gotten so toxic for whatever reason that I was just like, you know what? I don't care. Let them lose every game. It doesn't matter to me. Like it didn't hurt anymore. In fact, it was like, if them losing will make these people that are killing me upset, go ahead. If them losing reflects poorly on this head coach who's being a dick right now, go ahead. And I found myself sitting in that place. And at some point, I did kind of break out of that. And I was like, who am I really, what am I doing to anybody? I'm just hurting myself. Who out there cares whether I care if Memphis is doing well? Nobody. All right? So why am I doing this? Because I crossways with this coach or these fans people are treating me unfairly in my mind or whatever. And now I'm finding myself not caring who wins a basketball game between Cincinnati and Memphis when my whole life was built around caring about who wins basketball games between Memphis and Cincinnati. And I was just like, going forward, I will never do that again. Never find myself in that place. I don't care what kind of relationship I have with Penny Hardaway or what kind of relationship I have with the Memphis fan base. I want them to do well. I want them to win. Because that's what I've always wanted. Because it's important to me. Because that's my school too. That's not just Penny Hardaway's school. I mean, it's more his than mine. But, I went to school there. I cared about that place too. I'm not as important to it as he is, obviously. But I cared about that place too. So why would I ever get twisted up where just because I felt like something, whether it's real or not, it could just all be up here. But to find myself then not making myself not care about something I care about. To what benefit? Who does that help? Nobody. Who does it hurt? Only me. So no, I'm not going to do that. And when I read that last night from Scott Woodward, I was like, man, he's got it figured out better than I did. Because that's a tough day yesterday. Can you imagine? Like, listen, as I'm telling these stories, I'm telling you how I would get bothered by a message board when I was the beat writer piling on me a little bit. This is the governor in a very public way killing you, ridiculing you, humiliating you in your home state, in the place where you grew up, in a way that leads to you being fired from your dream job one day later. If you have my approach, it's very easy to hate everything at LSU about the state of Louisiana. Pack up, baby. We're taking our $6 million and we're moving to California, right? I'll never come back to this place again. Double bird. I think it'd be very easy to get those thoughts swirling through your mind. And maybe he had some of them, but the thoughts he actually released to the public, they were really sweet. Yeah, it's a bad day, rough day. I don't like that this ended this way, but I love this place, and I'm not going to let this experience, the way it ended, tarnish that in any way. That's a real mature way to handle things on a pretty publicly devastating day. So I don't really have any strong opinions about whether Scott Woodward deserves to be a Power Conference athletic director again or not. I don't know him like that, I don't think. But I thought he handled what happened yesterday pretty well. At a time around that university when a lot of people are using words and embarrassing themselves, I thought the one guy who actually made himself look pretty good yesterday was the guy that got fired, Scott Woodward. We'll see where he goes from here.
Number 4.
Thursday Night Football on Prime Video last night. Bennett, you told me the Dolphins had played well against the Falcons. You told me the Dolphins had a little spark against Atlanta. And that, yeah, Lamar Jackson was coming back. But the Ravens were terrible, particularly defensively. And then they just went out and rolled the Dolphins last night. Mike McDaniel looks like, does he still have a job as of right now?
I don't know. I mean, what a disaster that thing is. That pissed me off, too, because they kept, like, especially early, like, they kept getting, like, near the red zone or in the red zone. And there was, like, a turnover, and they kicked a couple field goals. And I'm just like, my God, man, are you serious? Like, this game should be way closer than it is. And then the Ravens busted open in the second half. Yeah, they're screwed. I mean, he's going to be gone. That thing, I don't know if Tua is going to...
He looks miserable. He doesn't even look the right way anymore. He went from looking like the little...
He hates his team.
Fun, he just hates it. He
hates his team. He was like screaming at them. You could see like the camera got him like yelling at some of his players.
Even last night in the postgame, it was like,
yeah,
I liked our plan. I liked our energy.
Yeah.
And then it's like, red zone turnover,
yep.
missed field goal. He was basically saying, what do you want me to do? I can get us down to the red zone, and then we turned it over. I can get us in field goal range. Then we missed the kick.
Oh, that was Riley Patterson, Memphis kicker. Dang it.
What do you want me to do? The problem is you're the coach. You're responsible for all this stuff. It doesn't look the right way anymore. He went from looking like,
this is like the next, sharp mind, as far as NFL coaching goes. And he still might very well be. That thing could just be a disaster in Miami. Who knows?
But this is, to me, this is where the difference in winning and losing shapes the way everybody talks about you, even if they're looking at the exact same thing. He'd wear the little, the unique pants.
Mm-hmm.
And
capris, I believe they're called.
Yeah, on some level, they're capri pants, right? He'd wear those. And people are like, oh, man, look at Mike McDaniel. Isn't he cool? And he's just like cool, walking around being cool. And isn't he funny? And he cool and funny and cool and funny and cool and funny and cool? And now you know what people say? Well, you can't lead a football team dressing like that. Looks like a clown. Look at that. I mean, my God. That's the way you're trying to lead a football team dressed like that. The guy's wearing the same clothes.
Yeah.
3 years ago, it was like, this is great.
Right.
Now it's a joke.
Right.
Nobody cares about any of this other stuff until you start losing. Then everybody cares about everything. SEC football coaches, nobody cares how much you play golf unless you lose. Mm-hmm. Then they want to start looking up your handicap and seeing how many times you're recording scores. Are you playing golf too much? Should you be recruiting a little bit more? Are you on an office as much as you're on the golf course? Nobody cares you win. You lose, they start looking for everything to get mad about. How often you play golf, what kind of pants you wear. But we have reached a point there where, regardless of what he is or what they are, they don't seem like they can be together anymore. It looks miserable.
It does look miserable.
It sounds miserable. It looks miserable. Just the visuals. You could hit mute on the game last night. You don't even have to hear anything. And just every time you saw Mike McDaniel, he just looked sad. Every time he pops on TV, he just looks sad. Somebody's got it. It's just, they need to end that. It'd be better for everybody.
I think so, too.
Lamar Jackson was good.
He was good.
4 touchdowns, 0 picks.
I don't know, man. I don't think they're contenders. I do not.
They just got a big hole to come out of now.
Yeah.
And you don't get to play the Dolphins every week.
You don't get to play the Dolphins every week, and I just don't know. The defense was good last night, but, I mean, the Dolphins, that's a terrible situation. I don't know. When I watch them, I don't think, man, that team can. And I picked them before the season to win the Super Bowl. All right, but when I watch them, I don't think they could beat the Chiefs. They could beat the Bills.
The thing that concerned me early, to the extent that any of it concerned me, was John Harbaugh looking at it and being like, "We're just not good." He knew they weren't good before we knew they weren't good.
Mm-hmm.
He saw it before they started coming on playing on Sundays. Like he could see it in practices. And yeah, you got your quarterback back. That's great. But the other aspects of your football team that weren't good, are probably still not good.
Mm-hmm.
And don't tell me, well, you don't know that because of what happened last night, because you were playing the Dolphins last night. That probably doesn't mean anything. I just like Lamar Jackson, though, either way.
Oh, he's the best. Yeah.
If you told me right now, because I don't have a favorite NFL franchise, if you said, GP, one thing, you can have one thing, you say it, and it's true with the NFL, in terms of this team, this franchise, or this player winning a Super Bowl, I think I might start with Buffalo, just because I know what it means to that city and that fan base.
I want it so bad for them.
I think I might start with Buffalo.
I want it so bad for them.
I know what that franchise has been through. I would love to see that city, that community celebrate that. I would like that. But almost equally, perhaps equally, Lamar Jackson winning a Super Bowl. I would love that. I love his story. I love what I know about him. Even the interview. Did you see him with Scott Van Pelt last night? So he was on ESPN after the game with Scott Van Pelt, and they're just doing the normal interview. And I love him. It's like a long time after the game, he still got on the shoulder pads and the whole thing. And he still looks like he's ready to go in next series. And just the way he talks, I think this is what I like about him most. He doesn't try to be anything other than what he is. He has never tried to be anything other than Lamar Jackson. The way he talks, the way he plays, the way he presents himself, everything. It feels authentically him. I feel like if I bumped into Lamar Jackson and we ended up sitting down for a couple hours in a group setting, he would not surprise me. I feel like I would get what I see. And there's just these little moments where he's just sort of sweet. Like even talking to Scott Van Pelt, he's just very respectful. Like he's talking to the president of the United States. And yet I always see him talking like that. He's just always speaking very respectfully to the person he's speaking to, or at least usually. There's just this little moment. Maybe it's nothing, but it made me smile. At the end of it, they're saying goodbye. And Scott's like, Lamar Jackson, I always appreciate your time, brother, and blah, 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 blah. And Lamar, when it's time to say goodbye, he says, I appreciate you, Mr. Scott, always. I just like the way he says Mr. Scott.
Yeah. Scott's a Baltimore guy.
You get the sense that if he was talking to, Aaron Andrews, he would say, I appreciate you, Mrs. Aaron. Same type of thing. I just like him. And I would love to see him win a Super Bowl because of all of the doubters he's had to quiet his entire career. You're in college and you're the best quarterback in the sport, but they are sure you can't do it in the NFL. Then you get to the NFL, you do it. Then you're in a place where the whole world could try to trade for you. It's open, and nobody wanted him. Nobody was interested.
That's right.
We kept hearing all these weird quotes from general managers, sources. Sources said this franchise isn't interested, and this franchise doesn't want to be in the Lamar Jackson business. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the world.
No doubt.
A 2-time MVP. And nobody wanted to be in business with him. So then he, gets the deal done with Baltimore. Mm-hmm. And I know this season isn't going well, but he's great. An all-time great.
They got a chance to get back into it now.
And I would like to see him get rewarded with a Super Bowl. The problem in the AFC
They're still favorites to win that division, by the way.
The problem in the AFC now is there's all these great quarterbacks in there, and they're all people we look at and we go, man, he should get a Super Bowl.
Yeah. But then there's that one guy who gets all of them.
He gets them all.
Yeah.
So it's you look at Josh Allen, you go, well, he's definitely going to get a Super Bowl someday. And then you look at Lamar Jackson, and you're like, I can't believe he doesn't have a Super Bowl yet.
Yep.
And we're there with Justin Herbert. Are we going to get there with Justin Herbert? Mm-hmm. Right. So it's
the attachment to him is he chokes in the playoffs with Herbert.
You got all these guys, and we're sitting around going, they should win a Super Bowl. And they're not all going to. Some of them, somebody's going to be Dan Marino. All-time great, quarterback, incredible career, but just could never do it for whatever reason. Some of them's going to be that. I hope it's not Lamar Jackson. Fun night last night. Yep. He performed well. Go Ravens, I guess.
Number 5.
Game 6 of the World Series is set for tonight. It's a closeout game for Toronto, a win-or-go-home game for the Dodgers. It's Kevin Gausman on the mound for Kevin Gausman on the mound for Toronto, rather, in the closeout game at the Rogers Center. And the Dodgers, of course, are going with Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who has thrown back-to-back complete games, which is obviously rare in this era of baseball. Dodgers win tonight and push it to a Game 7, or Toronto wraps it up?
I got to think that they win tonight. Yamamoto's been awesome.
He's been awesome.
Yeah, I got to think they force a Game 7. When would Game 7 be?
Tomorrow night.
Man, that sucks.
You know what sucks?
It's college football Saturday.
Well, I'm not worried about that because I'll be home.
I mean, I'll be dialed into it too. Don't get it twisted.
The problem with tonight's going to be amazing for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, it's a good night.
It would be a good night if you could just take away the trick-or-treating.
It's Halloween.
Memphis Rice is at 6.
Yep.
Grizzlies Lakers at 8:30. And Game 6 of the World Series. Be trick-or-treating.
Yep.
Got to trick-or-treat early.
Yes.
Get it out of the way.
Yep, you do.
I want to show you this from yesterday. You know, Shohei Ohtani rarely takes batting practice on a field. It's unusual. He just hits on the cage. He does not.
Okay.
He doesn't.
I didn't know that.
Like one of the things I can remember when I was young, when Mark McGwire, came to St. Louis and he was, setting home run records.
Oh, yeah, that was a big deal. You got there early to see him.
Yes. Like I went to Busch Stadium early. Like it wasn't packed. I don't want to say the stadium was filled an hour and a half before the game. But there was always an unusual number of fans in Busch Stadium during batting practice. And it was to see Mark McGwire take batting practice. And I'll never forget, it doesn't even look real. It didn't look real. It looked like he was hitting golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
They were baseballs. But the way they jumped off of his bat, they looked like golf balls. It looked like if you put somebody at home plate with a 3 hybrid and said, hit it out the left field. That's what it looks like, just popping off of McGwire's bat. And so that was a big spectacle. Shohei just doesn't do that. He hits in the tunnel, in the cage, rarely gets out on the field. But yesterday at the Rogers Center, he took batting practice out on the field. And a media member who is in this stadium all the time tweeted the video and said, I'm here all the time. I've never seen a ball go there. Watch where Shohei Ohtani hit this ball in batting practice yesterday. It lands above the Corona sign.
Oh, dang.
In the upper deck.
It sounded good.
And they said that, and that's the other thing, when you hear, he is surrounded.
I love that noise.
He is surrounded by other major league players, and they're like, oh my God. These guys get paid millions of dollars to hit balls too.
Yeah.
And they're blown away by the way he hits that.
How he did that, yep.
He's just different. I think it was Alex Rodriguez the other night. He said, I want to apologize to Shohei Ohtani. He said because he deserves to play in a baseball league that is filled with players better than this one. But this is the best baseball league we have in the world. These are the best other players we have in the world. But he belongs in a level above. Like if there was single A, double A, triple A, then major leagues, and if there was another level, we would move Shohei up to the other level.
Right.
This is Alex Rodriguez saying this.
Yep,
Another all-time great. So he's just incredible. Selfishly, I would like to see the Dodgers win tonight because I would like to settle down tomorrow night and watch a Game 7 World Series. Because did you see what Dave Roberts said about Ohtani tomorrow night? They said, what could possibly be Ohtani's role in a Game 7? He said he could start it on the mound. He could be our DH. He could play the outfield. Or he could close the game.
Damn.
Whatever.
That's wow.
We'll figure it out if we get there. We might start him on the mound. We might finish with him on the mound. Or we might put him in the outfield. Or we might just let him DH. We'll figure it out. But every option you can think of for Shohei Ohtani would be on the table for a Game 7.
That's fine.
Oh, man.
I want that.
Buddy, can you imagine if we were to get to a Game 7, bottom 9, Dodgers up 3-2, Ohtani out of the bullpen to close it out? I mean, come on.
I'm in.
Ohtani out of the bullpen to close it out. Vlad Jr. leading off. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I'm fired up. Game 6 World Series tonight, 7 o'clock. It's on Fox. Be back with GP's Carryout.
Calling all collectors! Topps NBA basketball trading cards are back. It's available in the Grizzlies Den by Fanatics and online at Topps.com. Rip into bold color parallels, electric inserts, relics, and autographed cards from today's biggest stars and the next gen talent. Look out for rookie cards of Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper, plus Grizzlies favorites John Morant, Jalen Wells, and so many more. You don't want to miss this drop. Grab your set before it's gone.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go! Oh, John Morant just broke the rim with that finish. Defense, take them ball! Defense, take them ball! Jared with a rejection. Give me that! Morant digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Bob, Brandon Clark. On that rim!
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Parrish Show presented by Ortho South. Let's wrap this up with GP's Carryout.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
I got an update from @Grizzlies PR.
Oh, no. Are you kidding me?
On Halloween.
Don't do this.
It's the scary season.
Don't do this.
Bennett.
What's going on?
Status update.
Oh, my God.
Jackson is questionable tonight against the Lakers. Hey, it could be worse.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Gigi hadn't really been playing that much.
I know.
Okay.
Could be worse.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. All right, good.
Well, when you see Jackson, you get a little concerned.
I did get a little concerned. I think someone in the chat thought it was Jaren because that's what I thought you were going to say.
Well, @Grizzlies PR says that it's Gigi.
Okay. Well, I hope Gigi is good. I hope Gigi's okay.
I mean, I'm reading this right, aren't I?
I don't know. Let me look too.
Yeah. Like, what, the chat is saying it's Jaren?
No, someone did. Someone in the chat. Oh yeah, it's Gigi.
Yeah, okay.
It's Gigi. Okay. Whew.
Bennett, you gotta
Y'all
stop.
Scared me, man.
Bennett, you gotta stop paying attention to the chat.
Okay.
I mean, God bless them. We appreciate them.
Yes, but man, that
goes without
scared
saying.
me. I was scared.
It goes without saying that we appreciate the chat, but sometimes they're a little misguided.
I get it. You see Jackson, your heart stops. I understand. I get it.
Okay, it's fine. The chat has apologized for distributing misleading information.
It's okay.
And here's what we're going to do to the chat. We're going to accept their apology.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we?
Yes.
Isn't that the mature thing to do?
It is.
Let's accept their apology, but
don't ever let it happen again.
Oh, I don't care if it happens again.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be the one to. I'm not going to be the one to look at the chat and yell it out. That'll be Bennett. Okay, so I don't really care if it happens again. It'll have no impact on me. But sometimes you guys get Bennett unnecessarily concerned by putting in the chat that it's Jaren Jackson who is
He's
questionable.
ready and available.
Jaren Jackson feels great. It is Gigi that's reportedly got a little bit of an illness and is now questionable for tonight's game against the Los Angeles Lakers.
What's today's biggest game?
I mean, I think all things considered, it is Game 6 rather, of the 2025 World Series.
So too.
Dodgers at Blue Jays again.
I have been so wrong. Every one of these.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto for LA, Kevin Gausman for Toronto. I saw this last night. Get-in price for tonight at the Rogers Center. 50,000 people, like 50,000 seats, right?
Yep.
You want to buy the worst ticket available. Hey, I just want to go. You just decided today, I can't miss it. I got to go. I just want to get in the building. What's the cheapest ticket available to get in the building tonight for Game 6 of the World Series? What do you think it is?
I think I'm going to say it's over $1,000.
It was $980.
Oh, okay, so right there.
Yeah. As of last night, when I looked it up, it was $980.
Okay.
Just to get into the stadium. One ticket.
You know what's cool about Toronto Stadium is they're one of those that I don't know how many do this, but I always see like the Instagram videos. They're one of those, I think you can rent like an apartment or something or like a hotel room.
People have done it.
Yeah, and look out over their stadium. It looks awesome. I mean, really
people
cool.
have been caught doing it.
Oh.
Like you forget to close the blinds, and next thing you know, you're humping in the middle of a baseball game.
Yeah, because I mean, it's right there.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you can see right out over the thing.
If you want to perform,
and if those blinds aren't closed, yeah, you can see right in there.
If you want to perform for Vlad Jr., if you want to put on a show for Vlad Jr., you can do that.
I mean, if you're trying to distract,
would you consider having sex in front of Vlad Jr.?
Probably not. But if you're trying to distract Ohtani, like when he's at bat,
yeah.
There could be worse ways to do that.
There could be worse ways to do it.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Ohtani, it's a massive at bat, and I look up and two people are just doing it right up there where I'm supposed to hit a home run.
Or
like
three. Could be three.
Yeah, that.
Could be four.
That would rattle me.
What if it was four? What if you looked up and it was four people doing it?
These are two people rooms. I don't think you're allowed to get four in there.
Yeah, but I don't.
Come on, they're vetting these people.
I think you could sneak five in there pretty good if you needed to. I seen three people in an airplane bathroom one time.
Really? Were they chastised
I don't
afterwards?
know what was happening.
Yeah.
I don't know what was happening. Do you see the video last weekend of the dude, maybe 2 weekends ago? Buddy was getting it in the porta potty.
That's pretty. I did see it, and that's foul. I mean, come on, dude. That is foul. Like, when I go in a porta pot, I ain't touching nothing. I'm like...
I guess sometimes you just...
That's foul. I saw the video.
What in the world? People are crazy out there, aren't they?
Twice.
I watched it like 7 times. I was trying to make sense of it, I was trying to make sense of it.
Yeah, I just seen what's going on.
Because Buddy in the porta potty, full disclosure, I've never been in a porta potty like that, but he seemed to have all of his clothes off. Do you think if you were going to do it in a porta potty, you would take off every bit of clothing you had?
Absolutely not.
I don't think so either.
That is foul.
He looked like he took his time, like took his socks off and everything.
Man, I hope those things were clean.
I don't know.
They're not.
I don't know.
What are you doing, bro?
Just trying to get it,
Pay the premium to get in that room in Toronto.
My God, yes. Or at least get you a Courtyard by Marriott or something.
Come on. There's options.
Anyway, Dodgers minus 140. Blue Jays plus 120. How you going to act?
I'm going to go Dodgers. I want a Game 7. I think they're going to win. There's no way. This is the best team in baseball.
Well, you can't keep saying there's no way. It's a goddamn baseball game, Bennett. There's absolutely a way. There's absolutely a way. It probably starts with Vlad Jr. homering again.
I'll go Dodgers.
Bennett said Dodgers minus 140. First pitch tonight, 7 o'clock. It's on Fox.
What are we watching on TV?
Hey, it's Halloween.
Halloween.
Should we watch a Halloween movie?
My favorite. I love them. Yes.
I know you do. Hey, you sent me a list.
Yep.
And it's Discussing Film. That's the Twitter account.
Yes, readily available to everyone, these movies.
These are the most streamed horror movies this month, according to Discussing Film. Would it surprise you that number 1 is The Substance, featuring Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley?
No, because it got so much buzz. It got like award season buzz. I think that that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Okay, I saw The Substance, and I enjoyed The Substance.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little like, when it was over, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that affected me, yeah.
When it was over, I was like, good Lord, what in the world did I just watch? But I enjoyed it, broadly speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, the second most streamed horror movie this month, Talk to Me.
That was good, too.
A 2022 Australian film. You enjoyed it?
A24, yeah, it was really good. It's about like, well, it's like a, possession type story. It's like there's a hand that these people find, and the hand can do crazy things when you manipulate it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like to Talk to Me.
I'll take your word for it. 28 Days Later comes on after that. Long Legs, that's number 4.
Yep.
That was with Nicolas Cage. I never saw it, but I wanted to. I think I heard it was good.
No, it's good, yeah.
Okay,
it's
good. Some other ones on here, Sinners with Michael B. Jordan.
Of course, yeah, it's a huge movie.
Huge movie. I love that. There's 2 that sort of fall under the same umbrella in the top 10.
Okay.
That is X and Pearl.
Not Maxine. It didn't make the cut.
Maxine did not. That's the
third movie in the trilogy.
The trilogy. That's with Mia Goth, Keith Cudi, Jenna Ortega. I like those films. You turned me on to them.
Yeah.
I thought they were great.
They're so much fun. I watched one last night that. Now the thing that bothers me about this list is they're all modern movies.
Right.
They're all like within the past couple of years.
Like Friday the 13th's not on here.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of a bummer. I didn't like that. Like, come on, let's watch some of the classics here. But I watched Bring Her Back. That's another A24 movie, and it was disturbing, man. It was pretty disturbing. Sally Hawkins is in that one. I think you can watch that one on maybe Netflix right now. It was disturbing. I don't know if I could like recommend that one to people and say, oh, it's just like a fun Halloween like slasher. It's got some heavy themes in it.
I think of the ones on here that I haven't seen that I would like to see. Long Legs would maybe top that list.
You'll like it.
I will say it's not on here, but it's a movie that got a lot of attention this year. I know you saw it in the theater and liked it. I streamed it within the past month. I don't think we ever talked about it. I told you earlier. Like, I thought maybe Weapons would be on this list. It's not.
No.
Would you consider it a horror movie?
Yeah.
Sure, and it's not on this list, which, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, incredible reviews.
Yep.
The filmmaker, people love him.
Yep.
I was intrigued. I gave it an honest shot.
Mm-hmm.
Not for me.
Damn.
I just was like...
I really liked Weapons.
I understood what was going on. I understood what it was trying to do. It just seemed like the whole time you're trying to figure out why this thing that happened.
It's Zach Kreger's the director.
And I felt like the payoff for... So what is the explanation for all of these kids disappearing in the middle of the night? I thought the payoff was weak. I didn't care.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
I was disappointed in Weapons.
I thought Ann Gladys was pretty creepy.
Yeah, fine. But at
least early in the movie.
I thought it fell flat for me. I understood what it was doing. I'm appreciative of the art and everything that it was trying to do.
Yep.
It just didn't.
I think you would dig his previous movie, Barbarian.
Haven't
Like,
seen
that's a fun Halloween movie. You want to watch something like nice and creepy that like takes you for twist for Halloween. That's just kind of fun too. Barbarian's a good one.
All right, I'll give that an honest shot.
Yeah.
But Weapons, I'm not giving it thumbs down. I'm just saying I did not enjoy it nearly as much as others did, or as much as I had hoped I would.
Fair enough.
Either way, Halloween movies, they're all over the place. It's Halloween. You should maybe watch one tonight if you hate football, basketball, and baseball.
What's the best thing we've read?
Draymond Green's still talking, and they have...
What'd he say?
Well, now he's taking shots at the Knicks, just out of nowhere.
I saw that. What is wrong with him? Why is he on this like run right now of just trashing everybody?
I guess it's just who he is.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just out of nowhere just decided to say the Knicks aren't title contenders, even though like the betting markets and everybody else disagrees. Like they were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and the team that beat them like lost their two best players, so they're not contenders. Like the Knicks are contenders, whether you like them or not. They are.
Yes,
they are. And he just like said, "Nah, you can." They're too snagged in on offense. Okay. Defensively, they put a couple of guys out there, and you can really attack them. It seems like he was taking shots at Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. Just, I guess it's working for him. And he's a champion and a future Hall of Famer.
That's right.
I just don't know how he became the guy that gets to trash everybody else. Like, how are you the guy that gets to trash
microphone, man.
Everybody else? Like, you are only who you are because you happen to play in the same franchise with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and for a time Kevin Durant. That's how you are who you are. If you got drafted by Charlotte, you'd probably be out of the league already. Mm-hmm. And he just trashes everybody else. I don't know. He's wild. Anyway, all the words that he said about everybody, they've been compiled in a piece that's on the homepage at cbssports.com right now. So go to the homepage and check it out and read it and try to figure out why he keeps just trashing everybody. I don't know the answer to it.
What's going on this weekend?
Oh, well, the weekend's going to be great. We're going to crown a World Series champion. Man. We're going to watch the Tigers improve to 8-1. We're going to watch the Grizzlies dispose of the Lakers tonight inside FedEx Forum. Big college football weekend, big NFL weekend. Can't wait to get back here on Monday.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers, go. Go Tigers, go. Bennett, you have a happy Halloween.
You too, man.
You have a safe Halloween.
Yep.
Everybody out there.
I'm going to be down here.
Everybody out there, enjoy your weekend. I'm going to try to enjoy mine. And we'll be back here Monday at 10. Till then, be careful, be kind, be good. Rep your hood.